didn't mesh and stuff like that. But like just because they didn't mesh, is that enough to have James Harden leave a three superstar to star team that has the best chance in the NBA to win a championship? Like, is
But
that enough?
He want to win a championship.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
the
think Brooklyn
top
has
five, like
okay.
top five, whatever, however you want to put it, they were the best in the East with those
Yeah.
three healthy.
But the problem is, at the time, James Harden felt like he didn't know the status of Kyrie.
Oh no, 100%, 100%.
And he seen, to me, what Kevin Durant seen as well, the writing on the wall a little sooner.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say that. I could agree with the first half of that, but saying he's seen the writing on the wall.
Why did KD just abruptly leave?
His initial destination was Philly. So it doesn't matter if he leaves in the middle of that season, at the end of that season and opts out, he's still going to Philly. But why did he have to do it in the middle of that season? What's up, Clutch? It's Clutch. Why did he do it in the middle of the season? That's quitting on the team. When you're a superstar and you're like, yo, I went out, trade me by trade deadline in the middle of a season, when they were the 1 seed. Like, you got to understand that they were the 1 seed before KD got hurt.
No, they wasn't the 1 seed at that time.
Before KD got hurt.
KD was already hurt. KD was already hurt when he was.
Yeah, they fell from the 1 seed once KD got hurt. They were in the 1 seed when KD was healthy. Then KD got hurt, and then they fell out of the 1 seed because they were always battling for the 1 seed with the Chicago Bulls, because Chicago was one at one point.
So hold on. Prior to Harden coming to the Nets, he was trying to get to Philly, but what happened?
Yes, but the owners from Philly and Houston were beefing, so there was no trade that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to happen.
So he already knew, and I'm not saying
he's already part of basketball.
Right, I'm not saying that.
Went to Philly.
I'm not saying that Kyrie did not play a part in James getting out sooner. But what I'm saying is, if I'm sticking to my logic, which I'm consistent with, I want guys to finish out their contract. James could have played the last 3 months of the season, got into the playoffs, probably gave the Nets a better chance than he had on Philly.
But he still wouldn't have
going further. No, that's what I'm saying. He would have probably had a better chance on if James was there, right? And James just gave him what he gave them on Philly. They probably could get past the Boston. They could probably get past Boston in a 7-game series. So with that in mind, it's like if I want to win, if I want to get to the chip, and I want to be in the conversation of guys that win chips, that doesn't even make sense to me that he would leave in the middle of the season, knowing that they're doing so well, dealing with all the injuries. Kyrie not being back full time around that time is when he came back. When KD got hurt is when they started bringing him in part time. But he was dealing with all that, and KD still pushed these guys to a number 1 seed and was battling until he got hurt.
Well, but that's KD.
Well, what I say this is,
but James was a part of that. That's what you guys told me last episode. That
he
James
was
on
the team, but at the end of the day, once Kevin Durant left and Kyrie Irving is there, it's like that chemistry was not there. It was not the same. Clearly, like
no, 100%, I could agree.
Terrible losing streak, and I think that's played a huge part in why he did what he did. Like honestly, but go ahead, Mario. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, all I was gonna say is that even though he didn't mess with them, in my head. Like, even though on paper, like, the thing is for a lot of, like, teams, when they, like, on paper, the junk look great, but then the chemistry, like you said, don't match up. It's still, like, the only reason I agree with you, Troy, is only because it's, like, you ain't never going to get that type of combination with 3 bigs like that ever again. So it's just, like, I understand why you would want them to finish that contract, even though it's just, like, yo, I know I'm not about to stay here. Like, if I had a chance to play with Embiid, I'm going to play with Embiid, but still, like, how often do you get these type of combination, like a Warrior combination or Lakers, minus, the Westbrook fiasco, but that type of combo, you're not going to get that opportunity. So I would have, like, just for curiosity's sake, played out to see how far you could have got.
He would be in the same position he's in now, working on a deal with Philly, because he would have had to opt out. Like, he would be in the same predicament. Like, if he just finished his contract, like, I respect guys more. Like, people, like, to what Mara is saying, like, people like LeBron, when he left Cleveland the first time and went to the Heat, everybody was mad at him, but that dude, like, ended his obligation was done. Like, his contract was up. KD, when he went to his contract was up. It was over with. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when I respect guys more that do that, and that's why I don't understand what's going into KD.
Well, the only bad part would be, like, they would treat it like the original OKC situation, where it'd be like, well, y'all got all the way here, you just quit on the team, even though his original plan was to leave. So it could have both ways. He could have been screwed. So
yeah, definitely.
KD want to leave because of the front office. That's the same reason why James Harden leaving.
Yeah.
No, and I agree. I'm not saying that it's wrong for James Harden not to want to put up the things. What I'm saying is James had a 1-1, so he could have literally just finished out this year, opted out, and went about his business. Like I would have respected that more than him going to the team in 13 months. In 13 months, he played for in a 13-month span, he got traded from Houston to the Nets to Philly. And that's all of him axing out. He's axing out. Like the report came out, James wants out, but he doesn't want to go public with it because he doesn't want the backlash. So he knew. He could have knew the writing was on the wall, BooWop. You could be right about that. But for him to do it in the fashion that he's doing, I can't respect that from James. I just can't.
Well, can we all be honest here? Like, even though, I F with Harden, school F with Harden, like, we like his game, but do y'all think, honestly, the way he meshes well is the best with Philly? Because even though he had that one game, I was, going ham or whatever, I don't know, honestly, if that's how I would put the best fit is him for a player where he's at right now.
I'll know more after the end of the season.
I think it's a great fit. You gave him a big man that he can dish the ball off to. You got
how
Maxey.
well has that worked though?
We ain't really seen it though, really, from James Harden.
But he's had a good big man before, not to the level of Embiid.
Right, that's what I'm going to say.
But he's played with Dwight Howard. Ooh. He's played with Clint Capella.
But those guys were successful with James Harden too.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. Like now, what you guys are saying is because he has more of an elite big that can do more on the floor, it works better.
It should.
Yes.
No,
I'm saying
I could go with that.
I'm saying it's good, but based on what happened in the playoffs, the people was just like Embiid saying verbally he not the same. I'm just like, maybe his role is going to be different because if he's not the same, you're not going to be the Houston. I mean, there's possibility he could, but he might be playing a different role.
No, ain't no more Houston.
I don't want Houston Harden. I don't want Houston Harden.
Yeah, I don't know why people want Houston Harden. I want school.
Because he got buckets.
He can
get buckets.
But he takes away when he's in his bucket mood. He takes away from his team.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. He just had to do that in Houston. But it would take away from
Joel Embiid. But it would take away what they said. What they said is the Houston James Harden. If you give him Houston James Harden, he's going to take away from his team. That's all I'm saying.
But that's what Embiid expected from him too.
Yeah, but Embiid should have never expected that. Nobody should have expected that because he wasn't the same James Harden on the Nets, and nobody said that. Nobody was like, "Oh, James Harden coming to Nets, and he's James Harden from Houston. We got something going." Nobody said that.
But
they said James Harden be a point guard. No, I'm not talking about the key player, but people were saying like, "Oh, James Harden as a point guard or Kyrie as shoot, that's going to be dope." Now it's something he get the affiliates. He got to be the James Harden from Houston. Like, nah, bro, just be that same James Harden. You've been in these last 13 months on two different teams, but in these last 13 months, and you good. Like, I think him and Joel could work together, and I think if Joel stay healthy, Joel going to show you guys he's better than Joe.
I would say.
Welcome to the show.
I agree with that.
Welcome to the show, School.
School agree with that too.
MVP.
No, he just said, "Oh my God." School just said, "Oh my God."
I think Jokic is the best big man in the league. Easily.
Okay, I might be getting one of our arguments mixed up. I think Embiid should have MVP.
Yeah, should have won MVP. I don't think he's better than Jokic.
But you want to know crazy thing?
Okay.
If Embiid won MVP and Jokic won MVP, the comparison between them would be so much closer to people. But because he won 2 MVPs, it's like, oh no, this guy's not on this guy level. But if you look at their skill on the floor, they're obviously very, very close. Right. They're very, very close. It's 1A, 1B, or 1 and 2, and it's interchangeable. Because, like I said, for me, I got Embiid in front of Jokic. Y'all can have the passing big, that average more assists than his point guard over the last 3 years. I'm good. I'm good with that. And like I explained to cousin Marcus, bro, you got to get up here, cousin Marcus. We got to have, I should be having this conversation with you, cousin Marcus.
I just told him that's one of the guys.
Like, cousin Marcus, like, y'all got to understand, like, it's fine. Like, it's unique what Jokic does. But if I'm building a system, right, and my system is predicated on whatever, right? Whatever the system is predicated on, and I'm looking for a big man to fit my system, I will go with Embiid to fit that system because if Embiid gets hurt, I can replace him with another big that can do 1/2 to 3/4 of what he does on the floor, right? In Philly's system, you could get a big that could give you some scoring, give you some blocks, give you some defense. You can get a big that can do that. But you tell me one big, if Jokic get hurt, you can put him in the Nugget system and he can still go out there and get 8 assists, 9 assists a game. None of it.
Need to do
We're
that.
talking about the responsibility load.
But Jokic does need to do that because that's Jokic's responsibility in the Nugget system. Even when Jamal Murray is there, he averaged more assists than Jamal Murray. So you can't say he doesn't need to do that, because then my point would be if Jokic gets hurt, the assist then becomes Jamal Murray's problem, right? So why not just have a point guard that passes the ball in the first place?
I respect what you're saying in a sense, right? Like I get it. Like
Cooper, thank you for the follow.
It's like it's easy to build around Joel Embiid. It's easier. It's because it's traditional to build around a player like that. It's not traditional to build around a player like Jokic. It's harder because, like you said, to a certain extent, you don't know if you could bring in a true playmaking point guard, like truly bring one.
Mr. NBA.
I'm not saying that you couldn't, but I'm just saying you don't know if you truly, because what would a Chris Paul role be on this team? A pass first point guard. What would his role be?
What, like Jokic?
Yeah.
It'll be the same person. Jokic can still get buckets off of Chris Paul. That's
I agree with that too.
And Jokic, it's not the buckets part though, School. It's like you guys got to understand when you watch Jokic play, passing is a very important part of his game. It's a threat that he has there. It's like a threat because it's a threat because he can kick out so well to open guys not looking or whatever it is. It's a gift for him to have that. You get what I'm saying? So if we're saying go ahead, Boo. I lost my train of thought.
I was going to say it's like playing with LeBron, though. Like LeBron,
you know where I'm going with
he limits a pass first point guard in a sense. Like if you're a true point guard, he kind of limits you because like he's the point guard, and that's Jokic. He's the point guard of the team.
So the difference is Bron obviously can play all 5 positions. Jokic, you can't. He just plays like 1 and 5. It's just like it leaves that gap. Yeah,
I wouldn't even say he plays.
That's weird.
But that's what I'm saying. The Nuggets system is predicated around Jokic, their best player. It's not predicated around Murray. Murray's not really running offense. Murray's bringing the ball up, giving it to Jokic in a set. Jokic is pinning it, passing it to somebody else, getting to his spot. The ball is back in his hand, and he's looking for a basket or he's looking for an open guy to kick it to. So what I'm saying is, if you take Jokic out that system, that job would be on the point guard. So what I'm saying is, if I'm going to build my team, I'm just going to go get a point guard that passes the ball first. Okay, Boogies. Okay.
And Daddy Troy is at it, y'all. My boy.
But yeah, so I forgot what I'm saying again. Thank you.
You were saying
you were saying Jokic was better. You were saying Jokic was better than Embiid.
Oh yeah. Basically, that's what I was saying.
Now, I still think Jokic is better than Embiid. I can't see like because to Jokic's defense, right? Every system is predicated off their best player, right? Every system, like I don't care what system you're running, it's designed off of what your best player is. Like the Warriors can't run their offense without Steph Curry. They can play basketball, but they can't truly like be dynamic as they are without Steph Curry. Like it's a you know what I'm saying. It's like Miami. Miami is a great system. They can play without Jimmy Butler. They can play without Bam. But like it's still based off of what those guys do. You have to have the star players, you know what I'm saying? And you can't fault Jokic because his system allows, well, not even his system. He's an incredible player. His talent gets them 8 assists. Like he's talented. He's getting them. And you can't put another center and do that really. That's the
I understand what you're saying. Like his ability is so unique. What Troy was saying, it's gonna be hard to replace the deficit if he does go out for like you're gonna be scrambling. You're gonna have to have 2 players kind of to do what he does as one. Like I don't know the responsibility like on the court. So I don't know.
No, he's right. Like in that regard, but that's still like saying I took everybody's best player from them. Everybody.
If you're taking Embiid away, like if you're taking Embiid out of the Sixers system, it's like
they
the Sixers ain't doing nothing.
We see what happened with them when they got hurt. Like they was done. As soon as he got hurt, they was pretty much done.
Well, the only system I would say that was different. Remember when Kyrie was on Boston? They was good without it, and their system was supposed to be built for him. So
Nah, that system wasn't built for him because he got traded there.
Well, it was, but I'm saying that like when you wanted the ball in people's hand, they were trying to look to get it to him. I'm trying to figure out like who they put the ball in people's
Yeah,
hands.
he was their best player, no disputing that. I'm just saying, like they was already kind of built. They built that team for Isaiah Thomas, right? That team, and then they so happily drafted Jason Tatum that same year when they got Curry, right?
No,
So,
they got Jason Tatum the year he was.
Yeah, you bring up a great. I didn't realize how many people done like every great point guard basically been on the Celtics because you got what's your boy name
Kemba Walker.
The dude that what's that boy that was in NCAA championship that hit the nice shot?
Kemba Walker.
Yeah,
Kemba Walker.
Sorry,
like almost every dope ass point guard been in on the Celtics, but for whatever reason they ain't work out. It's weird.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it ain't working out. It's just it ain't been their time, you know. Like sometimes it don't be your time. Like
we still talking about Nuggets?
No. We're talking about point guard. Because remember that episode Troy was talking about how he didn't like how what's the name violated and basically was like, we ain't get here. I'm the only point guard that basically made
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, and he's the only one that allegedly kind of worked it out. Everybody else left, like Kemba, all them. So it's just kind of odd and ironic that was the only good like point guard you got now. He's not really like a true point guard anyway. Well, like a scoring point guard, like Kemba and the rest of them.
He a duo. He can play the combo guard.
Combo guard position that, you know.
Yeah.
But you would prefer Marcus Smart to just be your two guard.
Definitely.
That's what, yeah.
Definitely.
Like, that team, like that's why that Malcolm Brogdon pickup was amazing.
Tremendous. But they say he coming off the bench, which I don't like.
Who?
That's the report that came out. Is Boston going to use him off the bench behind Marcus Smart?
Tripping. Move
Miami in 7. Don't matter.
You said what?
Miami in 7 against
Boston. Same thing you've been saying last year, you know.
Yeah, okay.
You
guys just lost a big piece to your defense, and
you was close though.
Big piece, bro. We can make that up. A big piece.
Can't. No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
I
believe one of the best defensive players in the league.
But the thing about
Jimmy, 35-year-old Butler?
No, Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
One of the best defensive players.
Okay, I could just look at. You say he defensive, been one of the best defensive, but he ain't show that in his past playoffs to me.
Why didn't he?
Against who?
Against Boston.
He didn't have his best outing against Boston, that's for sure. But still, that don't take away from what he.
That's why I'm telling him when he say the Heat, they gotta go through us.
This is Tatum.
You don't think that we just got better with the 2 moves that we got? You got and you're gonna be like this when we get done with you. All right. All right, school. Man. Class is in session. You don't let Tatum teach you so.
I got Jason Tatum. He's soft. I'm not worried about him.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey man,
I'm not worried about him.
I mean, Jason Tatum's been to the same amount of finals as Jimmy Butler, right? Let's talk.
That's true. And they beat each other to get to the finals too.
Giannis in 6.
What? Say it for me. 30 and 10.
Giannis in 6.
Hey man,
I'm not worried about Giannis.
Oh my lord.
We got his number. I ain't worried about him.
Man.
No, y'all don't.
I'm talking reckless.
Y'all had a young Giannis number.
Yeah.
What you mean?
The experienced Giannis, the championship winning Giannis.
He won MVP DPOY that year.
That's good. Yeah. He still was young. What is it? Is it a difference from a guy winning MVP in a regular season and defensive player in the year in a regular season than that same guy going to a finals and winning a finals chip and a finals MVP?
No, because that same year he played us and he didn't play good.
Nah, that experience like under his belt. You want to know what the difference is? It's the experience to know how to win on the biggest stage, and Giannis has that. That's the difference between Giannis then and Giannis now.
And we got experience too.
Not winning at the highest level.
We're talking about Eric Spoelstra.
I'm talking about the current team.
The Heat.
I'm talking about the current roster.
The current roster does not have experience.
Your coaches have experience. Your owners have that experience, but they ain't playing in the game. If Max Strus had the experience, he would have hit one of those 2 last threes or took better shots at the end of the game. They cheated us on one of the 3s. Oh, now they cheated us.
I would say this.
The foot on the line. The foot on the line.
The foot was on the line.
It was
since they lost PJ and they got Bam, they're gonna need another a decent big. It's gonna help them because at this point with Tyler and just hopefully no injuries, because Oladipo, that really helped y'all when he came back. Y'all just get the other big. I feel like y'all have a good run.
No, they're still gonna be top 4.
We just got Jovic, our rookie, 6'11".
Yeah.
Guy in the draft, and we developed
Okay,
players very well.
I was finna say he probably would be all right. I ain't finna say he's gonna be like that key piece.
Listen,
I
man.
don't think that.
Nah, Mr. NBA, he wasn't soft when he went on. Nah, he could never be. He could never be.
Listen, man. We made it this far with a bunch of undrafted players, man, and some good players.
Oh, because you guys have a good culture then, and you can't beat
exactly.
culture.
So our culture is gonna, you know.
But you know what culture? You know what culture for?
About Jimmy Butler, he beat the first string squad with the scrubs. We know what time it is.
Yeah, we know what Jimmy is, but Jimmy getting older, so y'all got to get it together. Because Jimmy got like what, another good 5, maybe 6 in him.
No.
What, 5-6 years?
No.
Jimmy,
I don't care how many years he got in him.
Jimmy
gonna
like
be
32
good regardless.
Y'all need a central piece.
No, don't say y'all gonna be good regardless. Don't do that. Because when y'all lost, when LeBron left, Wade left, y'all was struggling. So if Jimmy leave again, y'all niggas gonna go right back to struggling.
The Heat ain't never struggled. Like a team, like you talking like a team that's.
No, I ain't talking none. I just said struggle. I didn't say they tremendously struggled without him. I just said struggle.
I'm saying, like, you gotta enlighten me. They always been a floating at 500 team, no matter what. Always. Even when LeBron left, they were still a very good team.
Yeah,
D-Wade, I think D-Wade and
what year LeBron left?
He left 2014.
Yeah, they still get 40 wins. I'll give it to you.
They got a great culture though.
41 and 41, 44 and 38, 39 and 43.
Got a great culture. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, that's the culture, definitely. But sometimes culture, like, the one thing that helps culture win is experience. And if you don't have experience when it comes down to it in the playoffs, and I mean winning experience, that's why Golden State was able to beat Boston after figuring it out. You said y'all didn't have what?
Kyle Lowry?
No, I think what school referring to is they're gonna be a contender next year.
No, I said they'll still be top 4 or 5. Yeah, I still believe in that. Because I don't see nothing really fluctuating in the East. I don't see that much fluctuating.
I think y'all sleeping on the Pelicans though, because
no, we get into the Pelicans.
Okay,
they on my list. We get into the Pelicans.
I'm looking out for
them. My guys on that team too,
but I don't know.
My guy on that team too.
He got a player for.
I don't know. I don't know how long he can keep it up because they have been fortunate of getting personnel. I will give you that. They always keep themselves relatively at the top and they don't like hit that bottom. But if you lose Jimmy, Bam is probably still going to be there. I don't think they give up Bam. Hero might one of these years get traded out because it might come down to just money. And you know how the Heat play like that. Like you gotta.
No, Duncan Robinson gonna have to go.
Duncan Robinson, I think he might get traded this offseason. What I think. That's my personal opinion about Duncan because I don't think they're happy that they had to shrink his rotation in the playoffs and then only really used him in that Boston series because y'all had some injuries on your starting lineup.
And then if it came to that, are y'all keeping Kyle? Would y'all want to keep Kyle Lowry?
I don't know why he even said Kyle Lowry.
If Kyle, I don't know.
Because
20 point guards better than Kyle Lowry right now.
Well, I was just talking about.
I don't care about that.
I was just
saying,
valuable still. Like you could get somebody
valuable to pull a hamstring.
You get more of a skill. I don't know.
That's he more valuable, more to pull a hamstring.
Yeah.
If anything. We'll develop a point guard. I don't know. 100%. I'll just keep Kyle Lowry. Because he's still
Kyle Lowry definitely is that what
he's still a voice in the locker room. He's still valuable.
See, now you're taking the right route, school. Now you're taking the right route. You want a veteran leader in the locker room, Kyle Lowry. All right, he will show you.
Yeah, we got Haslam, but
he will show you how to not play well in the playoffs. That's what Kyle Lowry.
Well, y'all giving 2 contracts and 2 checks for voices in the locker room. Because Udonis Haslam, like
I didn't send the whole scout team.
Y'all
done sent the whole scout team to Udonis Haslam house. Like, yo, we really want you here. 2 days into the off season, y'all done sent like 6 people. Like Haslam, you got to come back. Like, can I play? Am I gonna get some minutes? I'm not
I don't know why they signed Haslam back. Just put him on the coaching staff or something.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He need to be part of the. I don't know the mix. Assistant coach something.
He could be.
Yeah, he basically a bodyguard. You should just pay him as bodyguard.
Right. He'll fight you and bodyguard you at the same time.
He's
not a little cheap.
A little bit of a hype man too. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry is exactly what Mr. NBA said. Boo.
He still got value though. Like
he definitely got value. I'm playing. You know I'm joking.
I just
feel like if they want to get some more, like if you're gonna help Jimmy,
y'all need
over that hump with points. If
Bam just need to get better. That's it. Bam just need to get better.
I'm
putting it all on Bam.
Is that fair?
That's easy.
That's fair.
Bam do got to be better.
I think every single one of them. Max Strus has to be better. The other point guard or shooting guard has to be better.
Them role players, Bam.
But how many times in this playoffs has role players lost people games, lost them series? Boston lost their two important games against Golden State because of their bench. The Bucks lost two games against Boston because our bench scored 5 people on that bench scored 2 points. 3 out of our 5 starters scored 2 points, and then everybody on that bench had 2 points in one of those games. Go look at the box score. 2 points. It's all they had.
What Tatum had?
Tatum had I want to say 20, 25 that game. Man, but it wasn't on Tatum. It was nobody was hitting the shots. It wasn't on Tatum, just nobody was hitting the shots. So we talked about, bench roles, but if you look at the Bucks series, Bobby Portis and them, Brook Lopez and them didn't step up in game 6 and 7 like they were supposed to. So that's what I'm saying. Benches has lost series in this playoffs.
Yeah, that's every year though. Like that's
in the NBA finals, bro. Your bench not gonna play that much.
Yeah, you got like a 6.
Tatum needed to be better. Point blank. Period.
No, well, in the finals, yes, Tatum definitely needed to play better, and he definitely played bad.
Bam needed to be better against the Celtics.
Yeah, Bam.
I'm not saying that. Bam definitely needed to be better. Yeah, he showed that.
If Bam would have averaged 20 and 10 on y'all, we would have won. But
I think that was the focus.
We would have won.
Bam wasn't.
We would have won.
Robert Williams was causing Bam some problems.
Bam wasn't doing that. We knew going into that. Bam wasn't doing that.
Listen, in Game 7, Bam finally had some aggressiveness and wanted to, win, and he got 25 and 11.
He had a good
but he also had a good game before that where he scored like 27 points in that same Boston series.
Yeah, Game 3 when they called him out on it. Yeah. They, somebody always got ring his bell for him to it should just come automatically every game.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm saying worst case scenario. I understand what you're saying in school, but even if Bam came through, ultimately everybody knows your matchup in the West gonna be the Warriors. They still need a third person for points. Is Hero that dude? Who y'all think?
You start Hero?
Man of the year? Yeah, he like that.
He nice, but I think signing Oladipo was huge.
I still think
signing Oladipo was a great pickup.
Oh no, 100%. You need scoring, so you got to find it some way. Because Jimmy just can't be your scoring.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that hurt you guys too in the playoffs is Jimmy was a bulk of you guys scoring. Whenever Jimmy scored 40, nobody could beat
him.
It took Jimmy to score 40 plus points to win majority of the games later in the playoffs. Jimmy can't do that. He was, but he can't do that. You need the other guys to step up. You need, like you said, Bam to drop 20 and 10. You need, whoever else.
People in double figures.
To hit those shots. It can't just be on Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't make that 3. He would have had you in shambles.
Nah, not really. It didn't look like it was going in anyway. The way it came out.
If he would have made it, he would have had y'all in shambles.
Not really. You just get the ball. Yeah, not really. It was time still left on the clock. When he shot that 3,
I was going to miss.
Okay. Okay.
Get a ball to Jason Tatum.
Okay. Let's just look at that play. He hits that 3. Al Horford was there. People was already running. Al Horford throws it up. Easy. Okay. Gotcha. Seen it all in my head. I got you. Have you guys heard
Pelicans?
No, we're not getting it yet. Not yet. Have you guys heard what KG said about AD?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he told him to need to play.
So what are you guys' thoughts on it?
I mean,
because I love it.
It's not far from the truth. I might think that window's a little closed on him because the MVP is a popularity contest, and as long as you playing with LeBron, it's gonna be hard to win that award on the team. He'll have to do something super.
What if he averaged 30 and 13?
Yeah, but it would take for LeBron to truly fall off, and I don't know if that's a good thing either.
I know. You also got to think like,
what if Kyrie go there next year?
He definitely not winning.
Kyrie take a sabbatical.
He won a championship. He ain't winning no MVP.
Well, he needs Kyrie take about 2 sabbaticals for him to win it.
I'm gonna say this: is school gonna get mad when AD is at his most healthy and most optimal. I'm putting him above Embiid and Jokic, and y'all could be mad. The comments could blow up and burn in shambles. I said,
I want you to pick your camera up a little bit.
So that's going on TikTok.
Face when you say that. Say that one more time so I make sure I heard it right.
AD is at his most optimum health. Period. I say he's the better center, and the only reason I say that, when we talk about those players that play 1 through 5, just like LeBron, he is the reverse center of LeBron because he plays technically all 5. And when he's healthy,
he came in the chat like,
oh, coast to coast. I'm saying it.
JT, what up, my boy? Nah, man. I listen. If you would have told me 2-3 years ago, yeah.
I said when he's at his optimum health. I said when he's at his optimum.
I mean, I'm even considering that. But from what I've seen from Jokic, for sure.
Talk to her and Mr. NBA.
I'm not gonna say Embiid, but I will. And maybe even Embiid this year. Yeah, like Embiid averaged what 30 and 10. Yeah, like I've never seen Anthony Davis do that, be that dominant. Like,
yes.
Well, but as far as
that's what Ben Simmons, being a little girl, not wanting to play.
Yeah,
well, well, me saying that, I feel like skill set wise,
it's the night show. I let it slide.
If you look at skill set wise, if MB actually tapped in, I feel like he could do like almost everything on the court for real. If he taps in. Now, granted, that doesn't happen, but he doesn't just play big post moves and stuff like MB, and he can't pass like Jokic, so he gets the best of both worlds. That's why I'm saying that. If he tapped in, I say I'll put him number 1. Period.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not
mad at it at all.
I don't see a world though where he can get back better than 8. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Jokic and Embiid at this point. I just don't see it. Like I think they done.
Olajuwon need to be living in that nigga house and working with him every day. That's what I'm gonna say.
Man, AD is healthy, Embiid healthy, Jokic healthy, still number 3.
So are you saying the best ever AD is still under Jokic and Embiid?
I don't agree with that at all. I just
BooWop school.
Blasphemy. I don't believe that.
The best AD's ultimate form
versus
his cell final form AD. If you put that against the Jokic 7 years and Embiid 6, you're still taking those 2 above him?
So Jokic at his peak, Embiid at his peak, and AD at his peak.
Yeah, I'm taking them because for
AD,
one, I don't even
still
know.
3rd.
I don't even. Them guys ain't peaked yet to me. They could get better.
100%.
I mean, granted, I don't dispute what y'all saying because based off what they've shown, the thing is AD hasn't shown it. I'm still kind of talking a little bit on potential, especially with injuries. I can understand why y'all saying it because y'all have evidence, you have statistics on that. They've proven it. But obviously with AD, him being a journeyman. Okay, how about when New Orleans AD? Would y'all say that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm saying like I would still say that he wasn't better than them. That was his best. Like he was in New Orleans. It was a point in time he was the best big man in the world. Yeah, them days is over with though.
I don't agree. I feel like there's still more. Well, I'm saying
even in first year in LA, he looked like the best big man in the world.
I can see NBA where AD is the best center in the game.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
That don't exist right now. I agree with y'all. School and BooWop. That doesn't exist right now. That hasn't existed maybe in the last 2-3 years. But I'm saying it's possible. I'm seeing the potential. So that's all I'm saying.
AD at his best. BooWop, you're not gonna like this. He over Giannis. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what anybody say.
I don't even.
AD at his best over Giannis. Over Giannis.
Like now, I don't. Damn.
I don't care.
I gotta think about that, yo.
I don't care. I don't care what anybody say.
That's going on TikTok.
That's what
it definitely is. Gbaby at his best. I made sure I said that on TikTok.
I'm turning the comments on too.
Yes, make sure you turn that comment
I'm
on.
tagging
2020
you.
AD.
They go fry
2020 AD.
You gotta send me your TikTok link.
I don't even know.
Yup. 2020 AD over Giannis. I don't care.
The only problem was that
the only reason I'm not mad at you is because I would say that AD does more on the floor than Giannis.
What?
He does.
What?
Giannis.
What?
No, listen. Giannis is stronger and he goes to the cup better though. So that's why I'm just like.
Who passed better, Troy?
I said he does a lot more.
I'm
Giannis, not better.
I'm sorry.
Not better.
Defensive player of the year.
Not
I'm sorry.
better. Not better.
I'm sorry.
Hey, he could put the ball on the floor.
I'm sorry.
Right? That he could dribble. Right. All right.
Giannis can't.
No.
What?
So
no.
wait, pause.
It's a cross.
I ain't say all that. Wow.
Listen, I'm saying it right here. Like it's right here, BooWop. You know me. All right. Nah,
so,
bro.
Why do you hate
AD
so much,
back
though?
to the basket. The moves he can do. Like you ain't seen Giannis do no step back three. AD hit a step back three. That's like more on the floor.
That's like telling me the best version of KD is better than LeBron. I swear to God, that's exactly what I mean.
And I would agree with that.
That's exactly.
I would agree with that.
AD is AD.
I would agree with what you just said, Katie.
Never been as good as Giannis.
No, but the thing is, like,
no, 2020 is definitely just as good as Giannis.
No, I'm with school, bro. I just think what he does on the floor, Giannis is just like straight to the basket. Like AD's here, there, pop it from there, shoot it from there. I am, but BooWop know what I'm talking about. He like, nah, I'm not with that shit.
But school, I need
what
to know
he does. That's why I said what he does on the floor, he does more than Giannis.
But school, I need
meaning
to know
moves the bag, what he can do pull out the bag to get a bucket.
I said school, I need to know what the beef is with Giannis. Why you don't like him? You don't fuck with him. What's wrong?
Nah, Giannis is cool and everything. He a great NBA player, one of the best in the league. But like, just be a little bit overrated. I'm sorry.
How?
I'm not mad at that, school.
How?
A little bit.
How?
He's gonna be the face. I would say he's gonna be the face of the league when all the big people like KD.
How is he overrated?
He ain't gonna be the face of the league.
I didn't say better.
How
y'all not listening?
You are. Listen.
Hey,
that boy. You said what? Would you say what?
I say he does more on the floor.
No, he doesn't.
In my opinion, he does.
How?
I just said it. Y'all not listening. Like nobody. Who you not listening?
What Troy said. Like I think the same thing. I think he just does. Like he's just more. Like it's hard for me. It's harder for a team to gain.
Watch this.
There are more ways. There are more ways for AD to get a bucket than Giannis to get a bucket.
Better, Troy.
Yes, he looked better. I don't go off of how good he looked. I don't go off how good he looked flicking his wrist.
He looked good.
No, I don't do that. That's a GK thing. That's a GK thing. That's not me.
If you're gonna tell me he can score more points than him, why hasn't he? Giannis damn near averaged 30 this year.
That's fine.
I said AD at his best. AD at his best.
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about this year, but what?
AD at his best.
This is definitely gonna be a TikTok.
It's 28 and 11 and like 4. So which one? Which? Because that's New Orleans. That's New Orleans. He did what he do in LA. He did like 22
blocks too.
Yeah, Giannis averaged 2 blocks too. Giannis was a defensive player of the year that year. You got and the MVP.
Yeah, I know. But at the end of
that's his best too. Listen, that's his best, right? That's his best.
So you talking about 2020, right?
Yeah, the year Giannis won the MVP.
The only thing I'm talking about.
And at the end of that year, we still said AD was better. At the end of the year, everybody thought AD was better.
Not me.
But when I say I think it is crazy.
I definitely didn't think that. Not me. I thought
you didn't think AD was better after the 2020 season.
I thought AD had LeBron James. Not saying that's the only reason why, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers won, because he was definitely a huge part of that. But at the end of the day, if I would have gave Giannis LeBron, he would have won a title too. Especially if you put him at the number 2 option. Yeah, he would have definitely won a title.
I could kind of see that, to be honest.
LeBron and Giannis would have been the scariest shit motherfucker ever seen in their life.
Yeah, all I gotta do is foul Giannis.
No, but like that wouldn't work.
Line, shoot
Who's gonna have the ball though? BooWop, how that's gonna work? Who gonna play Batman? Who gonna play Robin? How would that look?
AD and LeBron figured it out. Why Giannis and LeBron can't figure it out?
AD can shoot.
AD can play the.
AD can shoot.
They ran a lot of plays. They ran pick and pops, bro.
Giannis don't be in the post as much as AD be in the post. Like he can, but I'm saying Giannis gonna have the ball like outside.
LeBron can throw that ball to Giannis in the post, and he can space the floor, and that's gonna work enough. It'll work.
I'm not gonna hold you. That'd be like, bruh, that's like two Magic Johnsons playing with each other. That's beautiful.
No, that's like Magic and Shaq playing together. That's what that's like.
Actually, that's a good. That's a nice comparison.
Giannis ain't the closest thing we've seen to Shaq in this era. That's what
Giannis is not in the post as much as Shaq.
I'm not gonna co-sign that. I'm not co-signing that at all.
What is Giannis? He's dominant.
The closest person to Shaq in this era, I'm a Boogie Cousin fan, was Boogie before the injury.
No way.
I said what I said. The
no way.
To Shaq was Boogie. When he was
don't ever associate nobody that wasn't dominated. Boogie was not.
She said it with her chest. I ain't mad at that.
Boogie was not.
No. Hold on. Because I'll bring up the stats right now. I'm Boogie Cousin's biggest fan. Remember when he was on New Orleans, he was averaging more rebounds than KD, more assists, more all of that joint before the injury. So let's not play. He was like that, okay?
Nobody say he was.
He was like that.
I'm not. He not listen.
But we talk about two big men. Giannis is not technically a true big man. Two big men. We talking about Boogie. That's why I say that.
Listen, Giannis is 7 feet tall. Giannis plays one way, power
straight to the basket.
He's
like.
But when I say AD has more moves in his basket, I'm crazy.
You're not crazy.
I don't understand
that does not listen.
Shaq don't drive like
didn't say he's better.
Listen,
I just say he has more moves.
If you want to break it down, yes, AD is a better scorer. That don't make you a better player.
But nobody said better. I didn't say better
yes,
player.
You did.
No, I didn't. I say he had more in his bag. I say he had more in his bag. I did not go there.
So
I said
he didn't agree. He didn't agree with me on the statement, but he see where I'm coming from.
You said AD do more on the court.
Right, in his bag, he has more on his to get a basket.
But he does not do more than Giannis on the basket.
To get a basket is what I'm talking about. I clarified it right after. I said he does more on the court, and then y'all started talking. I said, yeah, to get a basket. He has a deeper bag to get a basket.
That's cool. Kevin Durant got a deeper bag than LeBron. That shit don't mean
shit.
And
I think AD.
And that's why when you said that, I said I agree with you. I said, BooWop, I will say that. Like, why y'all not listening to me today, boy? Why y'all not listening?
So hold on. Wop. Who the better perimeter defender, AD or Giannis?
I would have to get at the AD.
Okay.
I'll get at the AD.
3-point, mid-range.
But who y'all saying is the closest to Shaq, though? Because I'm still not buying this Giannis.
It's
yeah, I ain't saying nobody.
I said you can say nobody, but if you had to choose one player, it would be Giannis.
It would be what's his son name?
Giannis.
What's his son name? Sharif.
We're talking about a player that you literally have to foul to stop. Like
no, but you talking about power.
Cool. That's because he get all those offensive charges. Right.
Skill set is not Giannis. Giannis' skill set nowhere near the same. It would mostly be Boogie or like Zach LaVine.
Nobody skill
it would have been Zach Randolph or what's his name? The dude that retired. What's his name? Damn, I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
What team he play for?
Go ahead.
Nobody skill set like Shaq had. Nobody had that. Like nobody had that.
I can see if you comparing Giannis to Shaq in a means of power.
I'm comparing them
in the means of power. I see what you mean.
Dominance.
Power, yes.
Dominance.
I don't know.
But not dominance.
I think it's close, BooWop. I think it's close, but I don't think he's on the level of Shaq. I'm sorry.
It's not the same.
I don't think it's the same.
Y'all, I didn't say
maybe Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard
on the level. I said he's the most dominant player since Shaquille O'Neal.
I could agree with that.
That's what I said.
But then when you put LeBron in there,
you can say LeBron too as well. But I'm talking about as of right now. That's like the way he plays.
I can agree.
LeBron is finesse too. Like despite what people like, he has finesse in this game. Giannis don't really have finesse. It's all power. It's all strength. And the same with Shaq. Shaq was all power, all strength. That's all I'm saying.
You're not gonna disrespect Boogie like that. No.
Oh, you reading the message?
Boogie was a skilled player though.
But the problem is y'all so little memory. Y'all forget. I remember because I followed his whole career. Bro was like that. He was dominant. Nobody was fucking with him. I'm sorry.
No, that's not true.
No, you can curse. This is a cursing show.
No, that's not
Nobody
true.
was effing with him for
No,
real.
don't say the word.
She said effing after you said you could curse.
There you go.
Boogie like that.
Boogie has never been the best center in the league.
No. Listen. Even when let me say this. Even I'm Boogie Cousins' biggest fan. He was a true center. I still said AD was better than him when they was on the Pelicans together because I was just like, I'm sorry, Pelicans together because AD had more range. His skill set deeper. So when I'm talking about true big men, that's why I don't agree with you. I'm talking about true big men. I feel like Giannis don't fit the true big man mold. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
But Boogie was shooting threes, passing.
He shoots threes, but he's still gonna
be. That's not traditional big. Yeah, he was getting busy in the post, but I'm saying what made him such a great player.
No disrespect, Boogie.
He could do things outside of the
Boogie did the KD in that 1-on-1 when they was in Golden State.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He dominant. So like, you gotta respect that. He dominant.
He's skillful. He's not dominant. He's skillful.
I'm talking about Giannis. Okay, you talking about Giannis is powerful
and dominant.
He said dominant. I said powerful. I said the power is the.
I say powerful, but as far as like still true big men,
he gets away with a lot on the floor too, and it's like I get it as part of the game, especially in the playoffs and in that atmosphere, you're gonna get away with a lot more. But he bulldozes people over, and
he leads the league in offensive charges.
Yeah, that's true.
So he gets called.
That's why 5
offensive charges should be like 5 offensive charges should be a suspension in the play.
Like Boogie was nice, and I'm not disputing that. He's just not like what I'm saying. I wouldn't call him dominant.
But no, what she's saying is hoop is yes. Giannis is in the paint more than Boogie, but Giannis starts from the half court line to get to the paint most of the time. It's a full sprint run, Euro step past you, long arm dunk. That's what it is. That's his move, and it's just unstoppable. That's what BooWop means by dominance. Is nobody can stop him from doing it. Where Boogie, he gonna bang down low and do that thing. I get you. I get what Zamara is saying. I get what she's saying. I don't think Boogie is a traditional big either, but I definitely get where she's coming from when you're talking about how Boogie was dominant and how he did it. I don't think he ever got the credit that he deserved for a lot of the stuff he was doing in the league at the time that he was doing it until he really got to the Pelicans. Then everybody was looking at him like, oh, the Twin Towers, they could do something here. And then he wanted to get hurt. And it derailed what the Pelicans could do. Because who knows? The Pelicans could probably have a championship right now, fucking around with AD and Boogie.
That is that.
And Boogie would have played a tremendous role in that.
Man, give me AD over Giannis at the
I feel you.
Don't care.
He's still gonna say that to the grave.
I don't care. Yes, I'm taking.
Listen, I'm consistent. I'll take Giannis, but I'm not mad at school for saying AD because, like I said, his bag is deeper. He got more ways he can get a bucket. So I'll definitely take him. But let's get to the Pelicans. CJ McCollum is already working on a contract extension with the Pelicans. So to me, that means they're going after it. This is a all-in move to me. Zion got his extension. It has some injury clause in it. So if he gets injured, they don't got to pay him all that money. Like that. But having CJ, wanting to sign to extension, that means you're planning to go forward with your big three, which is Zion, Brandon Ingram, and CJ. And I think that's just going to be a crazy, three-piece up there in New Orleans.
Most underrated player in the league.
I'm about to get the fuck out of here.
This the last segment anyway I wanted to talk about. He's like, we gotta get the fuck. This some TikTok worthy episode. I'm telling you.
CJ McCollum is.
CJ McCollum is the most underrated player. What?
I would say he underrated for sure.
I would say underrated for sure, but most
underrated.
Nah.
Think about it. His whole career, he's been averaging like 20 for the last 6-7 years, 20 plus. Never made an All-Star.
He's always got credit for it though. Because look at the guys in front of him that made All-Star, and I don't care about All-Star. I care about All-Pro, and All NBA. He ain't make none of those either.
Yeah, he ain't make none of those.
But look at the guys in front of him though. You can't say that without looking at the guys in front of him that made the All-Stars and the All NBAs.
Man, Klay Thompson made an All-Star game.
Right, but Klay Thompson was that guy.
No, Klay Thompson was playing with Steph Curry.
Oh, come on. And Steph Curry was playing with Klay Thompson.
Never mind. So you trying to say if he wasn't playing with Steph, he wouldn't be like that guy? You don't think so?
No, he would not be an
telling you,
all-star.
Mr.
He would not be an all-star. Klay Thompson would not be.
I'm not inclined to disagree with him on that. Like a lot of Klay Thompson love comes from the fact that he was on now a 4-time championship, a dynasty.
Mhm.
The love for Klay Thompson comes from him being one half of a Splash brother. That's where his love comes from.
Them days is over with.
No, them days are not over with.
They don't nobody even call him that no more, Trey.
Yes, we called him that for a whole week. We were calling them the Splash Brothers. Listen, let's rewind the tape.
Go rewind.
Let's rewind the tape.
That whole Danny Green started out.
That whole Danny Green could replace Klay Thompson argument. How many times did you BooWop say that he was a Splash Brother?
That ain't the. I said they started as the Splash Brothers, like the foundation. Yes, started. I said it ain't been that for a while though.
No,
like for a while.
Hey, they the Splash Bros right now. They got to get the brothers back, but they the Splash Bros right now.
And them boys is Steph and Klay. That's what they is now.
And Steph and Klay.
You make sure you say Steph first. Right?
Nah, I'm going Klay and Steph. I'm going Klay and Steph.
Damn that.
But
at this point, you could have said Steph and the Warriors.
I know. Like I said, it's both of them. They needed both of them because I understand they dealt with injury, but as soon as Klay comes back, they won a championship.
Agreed.
That's not a they didn't need Klay. Clay's just an add-on. No, as soon as Klay came back, they won a championship, and Klay played a part in them winning that championship.
I would never say that they don't need Klay Thompson. So
no, 100% they need him.
But
that's why
I'm not against saying that a guy like CJ McCollum might be more talented than him.
Oh no, 100%. Like the bag. If you going back to the bad conversation we just had, CJ has way more tools to score on the floor than Klay.
It's a little deeper than that too for me because I think Klay Thompson is an overrated defender too. I'm not saying he's a bad defender, but I don't think he's a great defender. Like I really don't. No, nobody. We definitely got to give him his respect.
I think his defense is credited to the system though. The system that he's able to play defense at that high of a level. Because even when KD went there, everybody was saying his defense got better because of all the help around him and stuff like that. So
I think Klay is a decent defender.
Yeah, definitely. Better than Danny Green. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if he's better than Danny Green.
No, he's better than Danny Green.
I don't know if he's better than Danny Green. No, I'm serious. No, I'm dead ass.
Danny Green
got D.
Yeah.
He
put some D.
I don't compare 34-year-old Danny Green. Like, Danny Green.
Let's go. We're gonna look this up. We going back to a prime Danny Green.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the hell a prime Danny Green was. 9-point Danny Green. You gonna make me say it again?
I'm not confused on who he was. I know he was a defensive player first. That's what it is for me. I know what he is. So I'm not. When I say prime Danny Green, I'm referring to his defense.
But see, that's a different because when we look at Tony Allen, everybody knows.
He a defensive.
That's a defensive guy.
That's a different defender.
No, hold on, but that's a defensive guy. When you look at just the names, you say his name about that's the guy who plays defense. When you say Danny Green, what is the first thing that comes?
3 and D.
3 and D, right?
But
so that's what I'm
nobody
saying.
say D and 3 though. They say 3.
Oh no, they don't say 3. They don't say that.
They don't say that. Right? They don't say
putting that D and 3, bro. Like
they call it what they call it. 3 and D.
No word, but I'm just saying. I'll take Klay over.
Absolutely, ain't even a question. Like it's not a question, but I'm just saying. Like
Golden State never wanted him for a reason.
Klay Thompson to me just gets a lot of praise. Well, a lot of the time he do a lot of the praising himself, and then you had these.
Did you see his video with James Wiseman on the boat?
Nah.
He took James Wiseman out on the boat, and he said, "I got to show this guy what it is to be a captain." And I was like, oh, "Okay, Klay the captain of the ship. Stop playing with my boy BooWop."
It's cool. So you might be mad on this, but I feel like I put Pelicans further in it than the Heat.
I think the Pelicans gonna be better.
I'm not even tripping off that.
I think they will go further than them, honestly. So
because if we just look at the East, right? If we look at the East and we just look at the standings and we try to just see how next year plays out, right? You're still gonna have Miami should be at the top, right?
They
Yeah,
should be the
Boston
best.
up
I don't
there.
think they're gonna be the best team though.
No, I'm not saying the best team. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, whoa,
So
thank you. I
Miami
appreciate
should
it.
be at the top. Boston should be at the top. Milwaukee should be at the top, and Philly should be at the top. That should be your fluctuation of the top four. But the thing that gets me is Toronto, Chicago. I'm not going to say the Nets, Atlanta, and Cleveland. Those teams all have good chances of being better next year. They all have very good chances of being better next year.
Cleveland could possibly be better.
Especially Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah, they need to rebuild.
I don't know how much better they're gonna be.
Atlanta finished
slightly
8th
better
seed.
than
I would
last
say
year.
they can make the 6th seed. That's what I'm saying. Better. They can make the 6th seed.
Yeah, that's
eighth seed.
Yeah, I think they range is 6 through 10. They don't get no higher than.
I think they still go to the play-in. Like I still think.
The question for me is Chicago though. Like, is Chicago going to get better? Because if Chicago gets better, then
Chicago wasn't even healthy this year, and they was a 6th seed.
They wound up getting injured towards the end of the season, like middle towards the end of the season, where all the injuries really hurt them.
The real question.
So they was a 1 seed at the time.
Yeah, like they were running it, but then the injuries hurt them. Yeah, just like the Nets. Nets were running it too until injuries caught up with them.
Can DeMar duplicate what he did this year? That's the real question.
Oh, I don't know.
Can
DeMar? I don't think he will need if they're healthier. I don't think he will need to if they're healthier.
I don't know, because I think a lot of
I agree with BooWop.
From getting to that 1 seed was like some amazing basketball being played by DeMar DeRozan. Like, I'm not rooting against him. I'm just saying, like, he played his best basketball I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
So you think
his best year in Toronto was in 2016-17 is 27.3 points, 5.2 rebounds, 3.9 assists. This last year, 27.9 points, 5.2 rebounds with 4.9 assists. So he's played better than his best year in Toronto. So I don't know. I don't know if he carries it over. It just depends on it, like what he wants from himself. Like, does he want the other guys around him to be involved, or is it going to be him and Zach again? Because that's what it was this year. It was pretty much just him and Zach, and then everybody else around him was everybody else around him. So are they going to get more guys involved? Is Vooch going to be a bigger part of the offense?
Lonzo going to be back.
Lonzo going to come back and be healthy.
Lonzo key and Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso.
Them your perimeter stoppers. Them guys, like, if they were to play a Boston, because I don't think them guys slow down Giannis. Clearly, we've seen them. They're not slowing him down. But a team like Boston with the wing players that they have, that's when you need Lonzo. That's when you need Caruso to get up on them perimeter guys. So I think the Bulls could be a top 6 seed for sure, easily. They shouldn't be a play-in team.
What about Toronto?
Play-in team.
Toronto probably 7th seed.
They're a play-in team.
I don't know. They fought to the 5th seed this year.
Hold on. Who was the 4 teams again? It was
Miami, Boston,
Milwaukee,
Bucks, and Philly.
Yeah.
And then who we have 5?
That's Toronto's 5 this year. So that's what I'm saying.
I think
be like Toronto, Chicago-ish.
It's Toronto, Chicago.
It's supposed to be the Bulls.
But I think the Atlanta gets better with their requirements. But then they just traded away Hunter too. Herder and Hunter, I think they traded away.
If we factor in what we just said about the Bulls,
I think the Cavs are going to be better next year, though.
I don't know if they're going to be better. I think Darius Garland had a fluke year.
Whoa.
Nah. I think they're going to be really good next year.
I need to see it twice, School. That's it.
I'm with you. You know that I'm consistent with that, BooWop. But I don't think it's a fluke. Y'all just be choosing the wrong words, choke, fluke.
No, that's not the wrong. That's the exact word I wanted to use, a fluke.
The fluke?
Yeah. No, a fluke. Like, I need to see it again. I need to see
the one that you blow into and you press the buttons?
No, with a K, fluke. I need to see it twice, man. I gotta see it twice.
I don't think it was a fluke, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, me either. I'm not with you there, BooWop.
If it ain't, it ain't. But I can't. What I'm saying, I can't say Cleveland gonna be better unless I know he's gonna definitely do what he did last year. I think
he definitely benefits from the big men he have on his roster, from Mobley to Allen to Kevin Love. I think he benefits from.
Like, you got to remember, the Cavs was up high too until they started getting injured. Once Ricky Rubio went down, things changed for them.
They were.
So if they can stay healthy this year, I can see them in the top 5 seeds.
Oh no.
Yeah, I could definitely see them up there because they were up there already before they got hurt. So I'm just saying, if I'm taking what they gave you this year, and they
got Jared Allen over there.
Yeah, we're closing out now. Yeah. If they just replicate what they did last year, and I could definitely see them in the top 5. But we want to close out soon because I know Zamara got to go. BooWop got to get ready for work. You guys want to talk about anything else?
Miami in 7.
Miami in 7.
Luka, the best player in the league.
I gotta hear this every other night on Clubhouse, man.
Oh,
Luka is the best
player in the league.
I don't care.
5 other players.
No. Oh no.
You like that counter?
I'll say 3.
Next podcast.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say next podcast we gotta talk about the Clippers because I'm trying to figure out like how they about to do with Kawhi and stuff.
If they healthy, they gonna win the title.
100%.
You for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about it next Wednesday. I know you'll be back next Wednesday tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it next Wednesday.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hear this because I've never heard nobody say the Clippers.
Make sure you write it down, Clippers.
Clippers gonna upset y'all just like the Cowboys.
We gonna touch it. But BooWop, final thoughts.
You already know, man. Hopefully, I see you guys Friday. But if not, what, Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
We'll figure it out. Oh,
yeah, Monday gonna be late too in the day.
Yeah, late. Definitely Monday then.
School, final thoughts.
Like I said, Luka the best player in the league.
We're gonna have you back to talk about that.
Luka about to be the face of the league. Just about to say it.
Let me know if you're busy next Wednesday, same time, because you're gonna have to come back and explain that. And Zamara, final thoughts.
Like I said, I stand on the hill by myself. If AD at his optimum, I'm still putting him over Jokic, and I put him over B, and I'm Boogie because his biggest fan till the day I die. I don't care what no one says. That's all I gotta say.
That's all she got to say. Look, thank you guys for the conversation tonight. Some changes are coming for you guys that do watch this. That's watching now and watching it later. Friday we're going at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, we're gonna start doing night shows now because I work during the day. So you guys just gotta bear with us. But we'll see you guys Friday. The cast is there, so it's gonna be a fun one. I want to thank these guys on the panel tonight for showing up. Schools, Amara, Boo.